Well, they've got to be bloody joking. Let's begin. Well, unfortunately, not even my own mum is immune to this, hence this letter. Let's get into it. Okay, as you can see on the top left-hand corner, we've got the address. Right-hand corner, we've got the dreaded TV license logo. Of course, it unfortunately is not going to be from anything else. Your status, no license needed. Then why the hell are you writing me this letter then? Or my mum in this case. It's just ridiculous. They know that there's no license needed, yet they're still sending out this crap. I mean, it does come in handy for toilet paper, but apart from that, that's it. Expires October 2022. Then we've got the date, September 2022. And of course, we've got the reference number, which may or may not be made up. I mean, my mum's never had a contract with these guys, so I'm guessing they just give everyone a random number. Or maybe actually some people even share the same number. Let me know if that has happened to you. Like if you're seeing one on a video somewhere or something like that. Then we come to this, which to be honest, is kind of intimidating in my opinion, because it is a red X, which kind of means you've done something wrong, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never actually heard of a red X meaning a good thing. And of course, to further emphasise that, we've got big bold letters. We need to hear from you by October the 26th, 2022. Now, of course, we're in October now, so that is there, in my opinion, to pile on the pressure even more. And if that wasn't enough, below that, underlined in a red line, or this address will be treated as unlicensed. Who cares? Dear whoever, we wrote to you recently about your no license needed declaration, which was due to expire on the 26th of October 2022. We did not hear from you, and time is running out. As if you're some sort of naughty schoolboy or girl. And in bold again, buy a TV license if you need one, or renew your no license needed declaration. Well, actually, why should we do any of these things? The thing is, BBC, people don't want your TV licence, and we shouldn't have to keep letting you know, should we? The thing that they don't understand, or maybe they do actually, is that in the year 2022, this year, does anyone else think it's completely outdated to have a publicly owned or funded TV organisation? Especially when they, in my opinion, are quite biased. And people quite often think, I mean, I myself do, why should we pay for biased opinions? If something's publicly funded, then it should be impartial. And yes, I know they say, well, we are impartial, we try our best. But just the other day we had Gary Lineker apparently putting out a biased tweet. And yes, I know some people will say, but he doesn't work for the BBC. But technically, he's still the presenter, isn't he? So they should be included in that. But besides the whole impartiality thing, it's just a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? I mean, Sky or Netflix doesn't send me letters saying, hang on, you haven't been with us for so long, but we might think you might actually want our subscription, so I'll tell you what, we'll just restart it. Unless, of course, you actually let us know within 28 days if you don't want it. It's utter madness, isn't it? And it's a shame that companies like this seem to get away with this sort of things in this day and age. And does anyone else notice that quite a lot of people who actually defend the BBC TV licence is either presenters who previously were, of course, their employees, or rich celebrities? In which case, £160 to us is probably like, I don't know, about a tenner to them, isn't it? So our perspectives are very, very different. But of course, they don't seem to realise that, do they? If you do neither, and ignore this letter, then your address will be treated as unlicensed. This means that we may have to open an investigation. Listen to that. That means we will have to, it's like you're causing the investigation. That seems to be what they're saying, doesn't it? By not getting in contact with us, then you are causing this to happen, when actually you don't actually want their products or services. And of course, schedule a visit to your address. We will also continue writing to you. Oh good, well at least I'll know I'll be okay in the next toilet paper crisis. Don't be the 1 in 8 in bold letters. What does that mean then? 1 in 8 people we've spoken to on the doorstep to check their no license needed claim did actually need a TV license. Well, okay, but technically that means 7 out of 8 people still didn't then. Which I guess means out of 100 people, 12.5 people only needed a license, whereas 87.5 didn't. And yes, I know, of course, you can't get half a person, in which case they probably mean 1.5 people, like, I don't know, the size of my girlfriend maybe. I'm a dead man. Let's continue. Yours sincerely, Jackie Garswood, Customer Service Manager, but this time she hasn't said where she's from. Maybe, I don't know, after all the moving about, she's probably actually forgotten. Then we've got 2 choices in pinky ready boxes. The first one, of course, is buy a TV licence. In bold, if you want to enjoy the full live TV experience. I've never heard it called that before. I mean, have you? Across all channels and TV services. This is what I don't get. They are just one broadcaster network. They should not have the right to charge people to watch other TV channels live, because it's nothing to do with them, is it? They haven't created their programmes, they haven't paid for any of it, but yet strangely they have the right or ability, or maybe even requirement, to charge people if they want to watch those services live. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And as soon as the TV licence is gone, the better. I mean, when Nadine Dorries was the Culture Secretary, she said, or even implied in one speech, that the TV licence will soon be coming to an end before 2027. Now, of course, Liz Truss or whoever's next as Prime Minister, hopefully Boris again, but we'll just have to wait and see, will carry that on. Because if they don't, then it could go on for even longer, couldn't it? Or, and another box, declare no licence needed. Well, strange, they haven't said about, if you're undecided, give us a call. Usually they'd say something like that. I mean, I know it says, or call us in the first box, but the point is, they usually leave it as a separate option, don't they? If you don't watch any live TV shows or BBC programmes on BBC iPlayer, if you change your mind, you can buy a TV licence at any time. Well, isn't that nice of them? Thank you for giving me the option. I mean, I'll probably give you a two-finger salute, but thanks for giving me the option all the same. Visit tvl.co.uk/no-TV. If you, by the way, you actually want me to do a video of how to cancel your TV licence, then let me know in the comments and I will actually run you through how to do it. Because some people might actually want to know that, but if you do, let me know. Or call our 24/7 automated phone service. Well, it's automated, isn't it? Which technically means it's a machine, so yeah, it's going to be 24/7, isn't it? On this number here. And strangely, I can't see anywhere on here about a prosecution threat or the threat of a fine or anything like that, which usually they would do. Maybe they're starting to realise that that sort of crap just doesn't work. Or maybe that as my mum hasn't had a TV licence for some years now, they're probably thinking, yeah, okay, we're not going to get this person back. Although the letter is in places, in my opinion, quite intimidating. And that still needs to change, because I think it's absolutely disgraceful. If it was any other company, they'd be on BBC Watchdog themselves, wouldn't they? And if you want to know what BBC's apparently highest paid employee, Gary Lineker, said that was actually quite biased, then click this video here. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.